Yo, what's up, everybody? We're not even doing a countdown tonight. We're just getting straight into it. Hopefully, you guys, hopefully we're live now. I think on my screen it says we're live. Exciting. I'm excited to be here. This is momentum number 156. It's almost midnight, cutting it really close. It's 11:26 here in Arizona. Still coming live. Not missing this chance. Dude, we've been live for 156 days in a row. Do you think I'm going to miss just miss the opportunity to do this? I'm not trying to start back from zero. Are you kidding me? It's been a crazy day. It's been hectic. I literally just got back from the gym. So I'm actually down like 63 pounds now since the start of the year, which is pretty dope. So again, what I talk to you guys about all the time is how you do anything is how you do everything. So would not miss the opportunity to come live and talk about real stuff. So obviously it's really late, so I'm going to copy deal that we got today. Yes. Yes, it's important to, stay consistent, but our business still runs without me. So I don't have to be in the business every single day to make sure that we're still getting deals. I have an awesome freaking kick-ass, badass team that makes sure the business is still running at all times. So what I like about having the flexibility about coming live is that, if we can't do seller calls, we're going to comp some deals, some real stuff. And I think just being immersed, and if you guys don't get anything else from these videos, it's number one, you can see different exit strategies, but number two, you're going to be around people that are actually doing deals. That was the biggest thing for me when I first got started was, how do you know if someone's actually doing deals? A lot of people talk about it. There's gurus everywhere. But when I surrounded myself with people that were actually doing deals, that's when everything changed, right? So I see like, oh my gosh, they're regular people. If they're doing deals, I can too. Okay. So that's what I hope you, the most, more than anything, more than just comping properties, you guys see that we're actually doing deals, and you surround yourself with people that are doing that, makes it that much more real for you. It's just a matter of time. Okay. So we got a deal today, finally, after follow up. This was from a seller. Just give you guys a little background. This was a seller that we were going direct to, and at the time they wanted $190,000 for this mobile home that is not in the Phoenix area. It's in a place called Payson, so it's a little bit. It's a smaller town, but there's a lot of people who have like vacation rentals there. It typically is a little bit cooler than Phoenix, but it's not that big of a town. But this was a mobile home they had up that way. Kind of shy away from doing fix and flips in markets that are just not like directly in Phoenix. So we're kind of hesitant with the number at the time. And then of course, realtor comes in. It's like, well, we can sell your house for more. So at that point in time, they're like, yeah, we're going to list with the realtor, and they want to do 205 on the price. I'm like, okay, well, the price went up. Now they're listing with the realtor. Is this something we could do? And then a mobile home right across the way actually sold for like 265, and we're like, okay, that's encouraging. And then there were some comps that are up in the low 300s that had recently sold. So it was like, okay, there might be something we could do here. So ultimately, like, we revisited this. This was one that we've been following up with, I think, since last October. And finally, our team was able to get this one under contract through the realtor. So the seller's going to have to pay the realtor fee. They're going to pay closing cost. But it's still going to be 205 for us. That's our purchase price. Just want to make sure that we have the deal where we want. There's actually photos too. So let's look at these. Let's look at this together and kind of figure out what would be. I want to get your guys' opinion. What do you think would be the best exit strategy for this property? Okay. So let's pull it up. Let's do this thing. Head over here. Awesome. Okay. Bam, Sam. Let's do this thing. Okay, so property is, like I told you guys, is listed. It was listed. We contracted it. It's a double wide. It's financeable double wide. Love that. How do you guys know? Do you know how to tell if a mobile home is financeable or not? Give you guys a couple rules of thumb. Number one, it's got to be newer than 1976. 1976 or newer. They have what's called HUD tags, right? So a typical lender, not saying you can't get like other different weird loans on mobile homes that don't have HUD tags, but typically you're looking at 1976 or newer is financeable. Okay. HUD tags on the property, lenders like that. To that end, lenders typically shy away from lending on single wides. Okay. So single wides, not that great. It's kind of hit or miss. I would never, put money on like, okay, let's be super optimistic on the flip. That's a single wide. Love double wides. That's kind of the bread and butter when it comes to that. So newer than 1976. Hopefully you're getting yourself a double wide. And so you guys can see what's a double wide. Like you can tell like the width of this home. A typical single wide doesn't have this pitching. It's just like up and straight down, right? Just what you would typically see a trailer as a single wide, right? Double wide is literally two of those side by side. So this is a double wide. And then also something to know to figure out if a mobile home is financeable or not. If there's any weird additions to the property, it would typically render it non-financeable. So if like you have a double wide and they had like a carport, but then they closed in that carport and made a different Arizona room and they like did some weird additions that was not permitted, then there's a good chance that it's not going to be financeable. We call it like making it a fort, right? Like fort as in they just keep on adding on all these things. So that would render it non-financeable. So we're looking like, not to say you can't get great deals with non-financeable mobile homes. We've done it and we still do it. But when we're looking for top end value and comping for top end for mobile homes or manufactured homes, that's what we care about. Okay. We want to make sure it's financeable. Does that make sense? Everyone on the same page with that? Cool. Now, let's see. Actually, this property didn't even look that bad. We thought we were going to come in here and do a ton of work. I'm sure there's some updating, right? This outside is kind of dated, needs some paint for sure. All right. That air conditioner looks pretty old, but I'm glad it at least has an air conditioner. It is Payson, so again, it doesn't get quite as hot as Phoenix, but still during the summer it gets pretty warm, so you need that air conditioner. Backyard, cool. Wow. Floors and carpet looks pretty solid. I mean, fireplace not so much. It does have a fireplace. Kitchen not so much. Look at the countertops. They just like put like a slab of granite on top of this, even though it wasn't fit for the countertops. It has this little island or what is this? This is like a telephone booth. Nice. But at least the cabinets look pretty good, even though these cabinets are different than those cabinets. Nice. So kitchen needs some work, right? Like, what is this? They could at least did the same doors for all the cabinets. But hey, whatever. Just something to do for sure. Okay, but the floors look pretty good, right? Bathroom, doesn't look bad at all. So minus this would need to be painted and updated for sure. Some new faucets would do it well. But pretty basic stuff, This isn't that expensive. Kitchen can be done. The whole kitchen with the cabinets and everything, probably being super conservative, like $5,500. And that's if we do like rock countertops. We probably do end up doing Formica and do the whole kitchen with the cabinets and everything for closer to $5,000. Paint it, make it look good. So now we got some photos. I'm glad the agent went and got photos. So we got a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet. Okay. Craziness. Okay, so it's a 2002, so definitely financeable, right? Now let's see if we can find ourselves some comps in the area. All right. So we're looking for manufactured homes. Like the cool thing about this property is like this is literally like the town center of Payson is like right here. So it's pretty close to the center of the town, which is great for value, right? A lot of people are going to be there. Now I don't want houses. I want manufactured homes. Okay, so our property is right in here. We have a couple good comps here. So I got a 3-2 that's across the way. Wouldn't really use that one. It's sold for $265. That's not bad. I got like this other manufactured home that sold for $326. 1,900 square feet, a little bit further south. Again, our property is where? Let's double check this one more time. 1309. Where are you at on the map? You're somewhere. Oh, here you are. Okay. So this is our property here. Let's zoom out just a little bit. 2-2. Not, remember, guys, we can't compare with a 2-2 or a 3-1. But here is a 3-2 for 315. Let's check this out. Much smaller. Okay. Let's check the age. Okay. So right there, we're 2002, 2006. Not bad. Evaporative cooling. Okay. Do they actually have an air conditioner on this one? All right. Let's go through the photos. Nothing special. Kitchen small and tight. Bathroom not updated at all. Look at that, man. With with the awesome freaking shower curtain. Nice. Yellow and blue. Guys, this thing sold for $315. Is it like on a bigger lot? I would like to know, because I don't even see an AC unit. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's similar to our subject. Let's see. Can I get the lot size? Again, I could probably do all this in Propstream, but I just like doing them fast here for you guys so you can see how powerful Zillow is, and just understanding you don't need any fancy tools. Like literally, you can get by with Zillow and Propstream and run a multi-million-dollar business in real estate investing and wholesaling and fix and flip and stuff. Nice. Okay. Well, this is a great comp, even though it's freaking 400 square feet smaller. 315. I like it. Let's see here. Zoom out just a little bit. I'm gonna try to stay in the same nugget of homes, right? So I know someone like this whole nugget of homes would probably be pretty similar. More 2-2s, can't use those as comparables. Okay. This is a really nice 3-2. Okay. Another 3-2 that sold back in March. And 2-1. So let's check out this nice one here. The one that sold at 310. Bigger. It's got this porch thing. Let's go through the photos together. Okay. Dated. Whoa, okay. So this is a double wide. It does have some additions, but they must have been permitted. But super dated, huh? That tells me we don't need to make our property look that nice. We're buying ours at 205. We got comps over here, not even updated or flipped. I mean, obviously this one has a garage, like a detached garage over here. Probably make like a $15,000 adjustment for this sucker. But with all things being considered, being 200 square feet smaller, even with the detached garage, it gives me like some confidence that I think, I mean, top end for ours is probably in this 310, 315 range, maybe even a little bit more, depending on how we look at it. So we're buying ours at 205. So let's look at these numbers together. So let's just say 315 is our top end value. We have, we'd pay a listing agent 2.5% plus 1% closing cost. So that's 3.5%. So let's multiply this by 0.965. Okay, that gives us 303. We pay Laura to list it, $2,500. So 301. Based on the property photos, let's go back to our subject. Let's figure out how much you guys think we should spend here. I personally think 15 grand would take us a long way. I think 15 grand with doing the kitchen, leaving the floors how it is, so just redoing the kitchen and painting, painting the fireplace too. I think that would probably take us a really long way. Like little things come up, we wouldn't really need to do too much crazy. I mean, this is laminate. So actually it's a linoleum, but the carpet looks pretty decent in the photos. Worst case, we have to replace the carpets, but still, I think 15 grand would take us a long way. Worst case, 20. So let's underwrite 20 just to be super conservative. So $20,000. Okay. Now, what's our cost on this money? So again, our acquisition price. So this is 281.5. I just want you guys to remember that 281.5. Maybe I should write that down somewhere so I don't forget. 281,500. So our acquisition price on this property is 205. Okay. Now we pay a hard money. or private money. Typically, we're sitting in the 12% range. Okay, let's divide that by 12 so we can figure out our monthly payments. So it's about $20.50. Actually, guys, what did I miss? I forgot to put in the cost for the reno. So $205,000 plus cost of reno, which is $20,000. Okay, $225,000. Now let's underwrite this for our money cost. Divided by 12. So we're paying $22.50 for a project like this. It probably should take us about a month. Now it's not close to Phoenix, so maybe let's just say it takes a little bit longer. So we end up holding this property for 3. Total payment $67.50. So let's go back to that number. $281,500, and let's subtract our. Let's just be even more conservative. $7,000 for the money. Now we're left with $274,000. And now we have to think about how much we want to make on this deal. I mean, we probably want to make at least at this price point $30,000. So it tells me we could probably sell this deal for somewhere in the neighborhood of $240,000. And this thing hit the MLS, and we still got the deal. And we got it for $205,000. So we can either make $35,000 on the wholesale, $35,000 on the wholesale. But this might be one that we take down because it doesn't need that much work, right? We might actually take this one down and do the flip ourselves, because I think that would be the extra strategy. Do you guys think we should do a small project like this? Because these are typically the ones we look at. It's like, okay, well, this one doesn't require that much. We come in, we put 20 in it, and we end up netting around 70. Do you guys see kind of where that would make sense? I mean, this property could easily, I mean, again, I'm being pretty conservative with 315, 320. Who knows? By the time we go to list it, maybe we list it for 350. So these are the kind of projects you would want to look for. And, you know, we can afford to take on more projects. Like, okay, well, if we're in the position of we need liquid cash in our business, that's the beauty of wholesaling. You can get that fast cash, right? You can do the liquid, just take your cash and move on to the next deal. But once you get to the point where you're able to run teams and have projects and fix and flips going, it's just a no-brainer. And guys, guess what? We have two different entities, right? We wholesale and fix and flip, 2 different companies. So we take a deal down at 205, okay? We assign it to our fix and flip entity for what we would assign it to anyone else. So that way our fix and flip company, our wholesaling entity still makes money, right? That company has bills to pay. We pay for marketing. That company gets paid. And then the fix and flip company still has the built-in profit there. So it's not like, you know, both monies go to both companies. It's separate. Does that make sense? But it allows us to run efficiently and pay both companies that way. So when you're able to do that, that's very powerful. Another great thing that we can do with this property, which I personally think would be the best play, is doing a light remodel and then renting it out, and you doing maybe a BRRRR strategy on this property. We have a lender who we can do this on a BRRRR strategy. If you're not familiar with BRRRR, you buy it, you rehab it, you rent, and you refinance, right? That is the BRRRR strategy. So we would buy it at 205. Okay. 205 would be our purchase price. We renovate it, 20,000. We're all in at 225. Okay. Now we now know that this property has about $100,000 in equity now that it's fixed up. Okay. So now we have a fixed up property that we got a loan on to do. Okay. So the same lender who can refinance us can also fund our deals. Craziness, right? I mean, there are people like this all over the place. You guys just have to, you know, do some research, and this is a great exit strategy for these particular properties, simply because I know there's a strong rental demand in this area, and there's like for this area, not just Payson, but you look at like other areas like Flagstaff and Sedona in Arizona where people go to beat the heat. Like there's always going to be like an Airbnb demand, even a mobile home. Yes. So what you can do on a deal like this is, if you know that your ARV is 325, typically they will cash out, refinance you at 75% ARV, right? So what we could do on this deal is, if we buy it for 225, okay, so this I'm going to show you why this number matters here in a second, guys. So if we buy this for 205, okay, we renovate it, we spend $20,000, okay, and then we have to pay our money costs on this deal, which is roughly going to be about $7,000. We don't have to worry about commissions because we're not going to resell it. We're going to hold on to it. We're now all in at 232.2, right? 232.2 is our total number. Now, if we know that this house can appraise, this mobile home appraises for 325, which it could appraise for much more, but let's just take it conservative again, and let's just say it appraises for 325. We now have 75% of 325 is what the lender will actually refinance and cash us out on, right? So we would put a new loan in place of 325. This cash is tax-free because this is a loan. This is not a taxable event, right? We're all in at 232. So let's subtract 232. We made $11,750 basically and got a house for free. So someone gave us $11,750 and we get to keep the property and it's fixed up and it turns into a long-term rental. That is the play. In my opinion, that's better than getting $30,000 right now, right? We get appreciation and we get a great property close to the center of town where it could be a great Airbnb. So personally, this is what I think. Rather than taking $35,000, I'd much rather take the $11,750 and hold on to this property, right? Doing as a burr. So now that we refinance, we have a new loan in place, our property looks nice, and we can hold it forever. So we get, basically, that's crazy, isn't it? People like you can literally get paid and get a property for free. And you use other people's money. You're not using your own money. So many different ways to make money in real estate, guys. Many different ways to make money in real estate. Having different exit strategies, different tools in your tool belt, different ways to look at these opportunities can lead to massive wealth in your lifetime. So that is huge. Understanding it doesn't always have to be a wholesale, doesn't always have to be a fix and flip. How can you start acquiring properties and start building a portfolio using other people's money? This is just one small way to do it. You can do creative finance, you can do subject to, you can do so much. But hopefully you guys are starting to see even more that real estate is this game. You just got to get in and start playing it. Guys, so look, I appreciate you so much for coming and hanging out with me. It's almost midnight. Did not want to miss the opportunity to come live. Hopefully you got some value from today. If you did, what's up? What's up? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, Miss Tracy. Love you. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Anthony, are wraps something you do often? Not something I personally do often, but I know quite a few people that is their exit strategy on wraps. But for this particular deal, I think it would make more sense as a rental, but you can certainly do a wrap as the exit, and you can arbitrage, right, the interest rate and the down payment for sure. So that could also be an exit on this property. But I personally like it as a more of a hold, especially it being a newer mobile home. Like that's powerful stuff. People be sleeping on mobile homes, man. They're great properties. So guys, hopefully you guys got some value from today. Love it, love it, love it. Hopefully you guys got some value. If you did, as always, I see most of you guys are on YouTube, which is amazing. But if you haven't already, head over to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe. I appreciate you guys as always. And if you need anything from me, if you have deals you want me to look at, happy to help. Send me an email, mattbeard@startvirtual.com. I'm probably going to start with a Calendly link, and then I'm thinking every Wednesday I open up my calendar to do some calls with you guys. So if you ever like need anyone to look at some deals or just someone to kind of talk about your business, like whatever, or even if it's about life, I don't care. We'll open up my calendar a little bit so we can start connecting more. So hopefully you guys, again, if you haven't already, head over to the YouTube channel. I appreciate you as always. Hope you have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.